Hello everyone, welcome to my channel What I Think of. So what I think of UFC 268 between Kamaru Usman versus Colby Covington part 2. This event happened on 6 November. So let's now talk about prelims. Earlier video was about early prelims, so now prelims. And the first fight in the prelims was a middleweight bout between Edmund Shabazian, 11 seed, and non-seeded Nasiruddin Imavov from Dagestan. Nasiruddin Imavov won, by a knockout at 4th minute and 42 seconds. That was the time when the match was ended of the first round, meaning with the very last moments of the first round, he won by knockout. And what a great first round it was. Imavov did 3 guillotine chokes on Edmund Shabazian, and all the kudos to Edmund Shabazian on his skill to get out of those 3 guillotine chokes. Unbelievable. And Edmund Shabazian also did 1 guillotine choke on Nasiruddin Imavov, and he also got out. What a great round it was. Dominated by, of course, Imavov, but Edmund Shabazian also did a lot. He tried to survive, and he did survive Imavov's guillotine chokes. Such a wonderful first round. But in the end, what happened? Nasiruddin Imavov got a takedown over Edmund Shabazian. And there you go, Imavov started, ground and pound game, and he was in full control. Imavov landed, first of all, a real heavy elbow. And from that point onwards, that elbow actually, injured Shabazian on the face. There was blood coming out of Shabazian's face from that vicious elbow. And from that point onwards, it was almost all over, and within the last few seconds of the first round, referee stopped the fight because it was too much heavy, ground and pound, and it was all elbows. There is nothing that covers elbows. So Imavov was so intelligent, he used his elbows instead of his fists. That's the thing. And Shabazian was almost knocked out, and referee stopped the fight. He was not fully knocked out, but he was almost knocked out. And the blood was all over Shabazian's face. What a good one-round match. And what a good performance by Nasiruddin Imavov from Dagestan. Players like Khabib, Islam Makhachev, and all these players are from Dagestan. What a land in Russia Dagestan is to produce such wonderful MMA fighters. But this guy, Nasiruddin Imavov, the clinching was not believed to his forte. He is basically a boxing guy. So, but all in all, what a place Dagestan is, So the next bout in prelims was a middleweight bout between Phil Hawes and Chris Curtis. Chris Curtis was making his UFC debut. He is an experienced fighter, Chris Curtis, but he was not able to join UFC for some years now. Now he got the chance. It was his first fight. And do you believe that fight ended in first round, and up till 4 minutes and perhaps 10 seconds time of the first round, Phil Hawes dominated. Phil Hawes dominated the first round up till 4 minutes and 10 seconds, I believe. The whole fight lasted only 4 minutes and 27 seconds. And out of those 4 minutes and 27 seconds, about 4 minutes and 10 seconds were completely dominated by Phil Hawes. But then suddenly, Chris Curtis really knocked Phil Hawes with a vicious punch. Somehow he got an opening through the defense of Phil Hawes, and he landed a perfect punch. I think it was not a perfect punch of Chris Curtis on Phil Haas. Sometimes you land something so perfect and it doesn't seem perfect, but it lands on the body of your opponent in so much perfection that it does the job for you. And the same thing happened here. So this fight shows that how quickly things can change in an MMA fight. The whole first round was dominated by fellows. Suddenly Chris Curtis got an opening and boom! He won the match by knockout, and it was his debut in the UFC. So what a dream debut for Chris Curtis in a UFC pay-per-view prelims though, but in Madison Square Garden, the greatest fighting arena of all time perhaps, I don't know, but it is considered to be one of the best arenas for fights in the world. Okay, the next fight was a lightweight bout between Al Quinta and Bobby Green. The fight ended in the first round and probably it was 2 minutes 25 second time. Yeah, it was short, quick. Bobby Green hit a knockout punch and Al Quinta just was knocked off. Referee stopped the fight. He was not able to go any longer. He was really knocked out. I think it was not that much of a heavy punch. I don't know, I could be wrong here. But I believe Al Quinta has passed his prime, I would say. He was a very good fighter some years ago, but not anymore. All I would say that it was a straight punch from Bobby Green and Al Quinta was knocked out. Yeah. So let's now talk about the featured bout in the prelim, and that was between Alex Pereira and Andreas Michailidis. Alex Pereira making his UFC debut, and the student of Glover Teixeira who has just won the light heavyweight championship from Jan Blachowicz. So Alex Pereira is a former Glory kickboxing champion. Commentators were touting him a lot, and I think for a good reason. First round, the match ended in second round, and I think in the 18th second of second round, the fight ended. The first round was dominated by Andreas Michailidis. He took down Alex Pereira. He had one thing to do, Andreas, is to take down such a brilliant kickboxer down. And that's what Andreas did. First round, it was all Andreas. As soon as second round started, in the 18th second of the second round, Alex Pereira hit Andreas by his vicious knee. What a knee it was. Alex Pereira is so tall of a guy. He's so tall, and he has big legs, big knee, and that was surely a knee from hell. And Andreas, as soon as he got hit from Alex Pereira's knee, Andreas, knocked out completely, and the fight was over. Alex Pereira is a good fighter, but I think that he has, besides kickboxing, Alex Pereira has not yet mastered any other skill of mixed martial arts like clinching game, takedown game. To me, he looks like a big kickboxing giraffe, who is so efficient in kickboxing but does not have any other skill. So, but he's so good, he seemed to be very, very good in what he does the best, that is kickboxing. And his coach is Glover Teixeira, he was alongside him. What opportunity a fighter would have when he has a current reigning champion alongside him as a coach. Superb.